Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. Zach, can you hear me? What's up, man? Roll Tide. Let me see how the green screen effect work on here. Oh, this ain't bad. What you think, Zach? Too cheesy? What y'all think? What's happening, Sully? What's good, family? Everybody in the chat. Hmm. Might have to go with this while we waiting for the computer. We might have to go with this while we waiting for the computer to get back right, chat. It's not bad. Wait for everybody to pull up. We're gonna give everybody about 5 minutes pull up. Shot. Whoa, look at the numbers. See, this is why I like this mobile live, because we just had 4 people in here for the first minute, and then our numbers just jumped up to 11. As you all come in, hit the like button. We should be seeing another surge of people snapping in here, tapping in. What's up, Zach? Appreciate the high five, my guy. Appreciate the high five. Y'all continue to like, tap the screen, send the reactions, share it in people's inbox. Appreciate all of the gifts there. Appreciate the gifts there, Zach, for real. We're going to talk about some of the situations surrounding Alabama football right now. Just getting into more conversations, going into the playoffs. We've gained some more subscribers since we went off live earlier, man. Thank y'all for continuing to share the content and subscribe to the channel. it doing you, bro. I see. What was that, Cordero? I think you had a mistype or something. Misquote or something. I don't know. It's confusing. Roll Tide, Amanda. Look at us. Look at us. We in here. I need to make sure. Let me see. Can I do it from here? There we go. And then if Adrian could tap in too with his profile, I need to add him as a mod too. Coach Smook, what you think we have to do to get a run game going? Cool, man. You gonna stick around the whole stream? I'm gonna wait to get into the conversation for about 5 more minutes, man. Just stick around. I promise you, I'll get your question answered. As a matter of fact, let me get this up while I'm over here. While we're here. It says we got 117 watching. Where? Okay. My fault. It says 17, 19. All right, y'all continue running the likes up. I had to pull it up on the TV so I can see comments better. We might have a nice little setup for the time being, chat. I'm not even gonna be on that type of time like that. Cause it actually looks decent. All right, chat, let's get into it. What's up, William? Good to see you, Roll Tide. What's good, Mary J? Shout out to the Big 27 in the chat. Don't forget, hit the thumbs up as you come in. Let's have this conversation. Y'all want to just do Q&A tonight? Y'all want to do Q&A from the comments, or y'all want to hear topics? We can say topics for tomorrow. Let's do Q&A. It's late night. Let's just do Q&A. Bump it. Scratch everything I said. Let's do Q&A. First question was asked by Cool Man Jack. What's up, Roll Tide 0076? I see you, Roll Tide. William Dansby, I see you, Roll Tide. Let's do Q&A. Let's do Q&A. Cool Man Jack said, Coach Smook, what you think we have to do to get a run game going? So I've said this from the start. I think at this point in the season, the type of quarterback play, and this is what I said since we played LSU with the offensive line alignment. We've lost Cam Dewberry for the foreseeable future. If you haven't noticed, if y'all haven't got the official reports, he's probably going to be down. It's not looking likely that he's going to be available for the first round of the playoffs. His recovery time is right at that time to get back active. So not sure how close to 100% he's going to be. But if we're going to put our best offensive line group out there as far as guys that can get us a push in the front, you're talking left guard, Caden Proctor, left tackle, of course, with Dewberry being out. I think you roll Will Sanders out there, who's played some solid reps at that guard position. You take Parker Brailsford at center. Let's get Jaden Roberts back on the field. You're talking about an experienced guy. We can live with some of his pass pro deficiencies, but we need to be able to establish the run. Jaden Roberts is probably one of our best run blocking offensive linemen as far as just pure strength and creating holes. Now he may get overextended sometimes, but if you're a patient back, you can work off of a offensive lineman that imposes fear. You see a lot of linebackers and secondary guys avoid Jaden Roberts on his pull plays or when he's climbing to the second level. So you need that physically opposing type of frame or body on the offensive line, that mindset. So yeah, we get into that lineup. And then right tackle, of course, Michael Carroll, I think, has been the most consistent there. Wilkin Formby has done a decent job, but physicality is going to be huge to sustain throughout the playoffs. And I'm not dogging Wilkin Formby. I'm just saying, in order to establish a run game, we need our best run blocking assets out there. Even if you push Jaden Roberts to left guard and you bring Wilkin Formby to right guard, because I haven't been disappointed with the pairing of Wilkin Formby and Michael Carroll. You know, anytime you get away from that pairing, we've seen some issues, but for the most part, that has been a good pairing. What's up, Mike Jones? Good to see you. Have you heard about Coach Cat being let go? J50. If you become a member, you can definitely go back and check that out, man. I did a lot of talking about that in our members only videos. I told my members, if you are a member of the AAA family, if you are a member of this YouTube channel, you should go back and look when you go check out the page. Look for your members only lives, because there's a lot of stuff that we've been able to put out over the past couple of weeks that I think you'll find be like, dang, he was talking about this last week, and these folks, they just now posting about it. So hold on a second, chat. I gotta get this charger hooked up to the microphone. Let me know if something happens with the mic audio when I plug this in, chat. Let me know. Is everything good now? Who put Jordan in timeout? Nobody should have put Jordan in timeout. Jordan put somebody else in timeout. Jordan put somebody else in timeout. Yeah, that's what happened. So we're looking at it now, and we're saying, we're looking at it now, and we're doing one or two things right now with the offensive line. We have to find that solid 7-man rotation that was working for us at the beginning of the season. I know people didn't like it, but it was actually effective. We need to find that, or you roll your best run blocking assets out there and build off of that to establish the pass. That's why I think the best method to see the run game actually get to a space of what we can describe as explosive, right? Roll Tide, Dougie Fresh. How do you become a member? Somebody get that man a link. J5, get that membership link. It's right there. Botrix, just our resident AI moderator, just brought you the link, man. Click that link, and $2.99 to get you in the door, man. Get your wristband, and you can see those videos. Yeah, y'all help him out. Appreciate y'all, and all 40 of y'all in the chat right now over here on YouTube. please hit the thumbs up button for us, man. That's all we ask for whenever we go live. Just hit the thumbs up. We don't beg for super chats or anything of that nature or donations. Just hit the like button. It's absolutely free. And if you're not a subscriber, subscribe to the channel. We're trying to get to 5K by the new year. We're probably like what 1,300 away now. So we can do it with your help. As long as you continue to like, comment, and share the content, more people will see the quality of content. Now, this is not our usual setup. This is what we're doing in the prep week. Going into the playoffs, we are making some adjustments. Our equipment, our computers, everything took a crap for some reason last weekend. So we're getting that fixed. But yeah, we're gonna be locked in. All right. Should the board get more involved with the offensive scheme instead of giving Grubb full reign for the playoffs? Roll Tide 007 6 0076. I think that's a to answer your question, cool man, Jack. I think that's the start. Get your offensive line. That's what's going to get the run game going. And we saw the run game get started. Okay, I didn't want to make you feel like your question left undone. If that's a good enough take for you, or if you want me to expound more, continue to comment. Shout out to Dougie Fresh for the $4.99 super chat. My bro says we in there like swimwear, but something on offense needs to change. Yes, we're going to talk about that. Appreciate the $4.99 super chat, Dougie Fresh. Y'all give it up, Dougie Fresh in the chat. Should the board get more involved with offensive scheme instead of giving Grubb full reign for the playoffs? I think 100% that needs to happen. We saw how he was able to help Nick Saban at points and times last year to kind of settle the offense, and it more so fell on the players. Last year's team more so fell on the players, in my opinion, as far as from an execution standpoint. This year, Ryan Grubb has put the offense in some questionable positions in key moments, and like for the most part, in most games, the players have bailed the play call out. We see now, like when Ryan Grubb is comfortable, when he's on his stuff, he's on it, right? But when you look at him in those key moments, the play calls don't match what you would think should be coming at you, which is good to a certain extent. But sometimes you just need to line up and play football. Shout out to my brother Douglas Harrell coming in with the $49.99 super chat. He said, "Who is your ideal offensive line rotation for getting a run game going?" Doug, I don't know if you just popped in. Appreciate you for the $49.99. W's Douglas Harrell's, not Dougie Fresh. W's Douglas, my brother, in the chat. Who is your ideal offensive line rotation for getting a run game going? Left tackle Caden Proctor, left guard with Cam Dewberry being out. I wouldn't mind trying Wilkin Formby. He seemed to be the Swiss Army knife for the offensive line right now. I wouldn't mind trying Wilkin Formby there, but if I'm going with just talking about run game, Will Sanders has been proven. I would like to see a tandem of Caden and Wilkin together. You know, they real tight, that chemistry there. I would like to see that, you know, and I think it could work out. Honestly, those guys working off of each other. We've seen lineman duos and tandems really work together, and you solidify, you know, that cohesiveness you've seen in from the interior with being able to bring Jaden Roberts back into that starter lineup and end up with right tackle Michael Carroll. I think that's your best bet. That's your most competitive group. That's your most athletic group. That's your strongest group. You might have excuse me, y'all. I'm sorry for coughing in the mic. But you might have some situations in pass pro, you know, if they overload the box. Jaden Roberts does struggle, but I don't think you find him in that many adverse situations to where against a team like Oklahoma, he can't handle himself. With his experience, some of the plays that he makes, I would love to see that going forward. With Dewberry being hurt, though, like I said, Jordan, we got to find out if Formby can play that left guard position. And I know Sanders is physical enough. I just don't know if his pass protection. That's what him, Jaden Roberts, those guys that came over during Saban's tenure, their problem right now in this scheme is the pass pro, the pin and pull concepts, the mechanics to get out in space and really get guys, put a hat on guys down in the second and third levels. That's where their issue is right now. We might see some shifting across the front, but tomorrow is actually the first prep day for the playoffs. So a lot of recovery going on this week, but tomorrow's prep day. So we'll get something. Tomorrow when it's time to talk about post-practice report. Smook, should all three quarterbacks be working with the ones this next 2 weeks Ty hasn't played well? Mike Jones asked that. Honestly, Mike, I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say you do your normal practice load because the whole season you've seen all the quarterbacks rotate with as far as getting the first team script, right? You've seen them get phases of the first team script with Ty getting more so 60%, and then you see Keelan and Austin Mack dividing the other 40%, 20% snaps as far as practice. I think when you've gotten to this point of the season, you don't need to you don't need to, let's say this. You don't need to over exaggerate the need in the moment. All right. We know the quarterback play has taken a hit. I think the quarterbacks behind Ty Simpson have been given ample enough time to be in those film sessions, get those practice reps, and learn phases of the offense to where in game you can stack if players execute at the highest level. That's what I think. That's what I think. What's up? What's up, Adrian? Let's get your moderator badge in there. Shout out to our two moderators, our new two moderators in the AAA family. Dog Forever, that's Adrian, and Amanda, that's part of the AAA family, man. Memberships on hand, and we got new moderators, man. Appreciate you. Coach Shepard need to take Coach Cap with him. That ain't happening. Coach Shep had his own ideas of how the offensive line blocking scheme should be last year when Coach Cap arrived, and that was a constant back and forth. I don't know if y'all paid attention to those segments when we talked about those different head bumping moments, right, between coaching staff. That was one of the big ones that I noticed, from the beginning. Even if you look at some of the things that the wide receivers are asked to do so that the offensive lineman can get out and get some of your boundary blocking assignments done. It doesn't make sense with how Coach Cap picks personnel to do these things. And so yeah, we and I told you guys for the last few years, I mean for since Coach Cap came on as Alabama's offensive line coach, I felt like his philosophy was something that Kalen DeBoer felt like he can add to his overall scheme. And in that, we have not been able to field a group of personnel that fits anatomically the atypical type of offensive lineman you need to do these things that Coach Cap wants the offensive line to do, or kind of integrate to Coach DeBoer's system, right? It kind of shows in the play calling with Ryan Grubb. Some things he's expecting to look like they are on air or in practice when you're going against scout. When guys, counter that, our offensive linemen don't seem to have that second level. And that's just a lack of cohesion and understanding of what the offensive scheme is being asked to do from the offensive line coach. Now, in pass pro, I have no issues with Coach Cap and what our guys have been doing in pass pro, but our run blocking schemes have been pretty docile. And we can't have that in the SEC. Let's see. More questions. Y'all, appreciate y'all. Continue running the chat up. We got 54 in the chat. We got 29 likes. Thank y'all for helping us hit our 25 like goal that we always aim for here on the Coach Smook Network. Can we get up to 50 likes? Y'all killed 50 likes this morning by getting us to 75 total likes this morning on the live stream. I appreciate y'all for that. But continue to hit the like button. Let's see. Can I get the chat? Can I scroll up on chat? Nope, I can't. I'll scroll on the phone. What did we offensive line rotation was the last one. Let me see. I need to see more members' questions. Roll Tide 0076 says, is AK Deer youth at pass pro holding him back from more play time on the field? More play time. I feel they should get him more involved in more screen pass plays with his quickness and vision. You hit it right on the head, Roll Tide, and I talked about this all season. Just Daniel Hill, and Richard Young. That's what their playing time has suffered from. Their inability to be consistent in pass pro, and to me, it is more. It's not on them. In my opinion, I think you don't want running backs that can be out there. If they're going to get 20 reps, I'm not asking that running back to pass pro 10 of those reps. You get what I'm saying? He's going to be in a pass scale or getting a handoff or run blocking, lead blocking on some type of run, QB run, design play, some to that effect. That's what I'm using the backs for. When you're looking at their snap count and like 43% of that is involved in pass protection, I don't like that. The other, 30% of it is involved in pass plays, right? And then you got a slight 20% being, getting handoffs. That's not good. That's not good. So we got to see more extensive play calling for the running back room in general. But AK Deer, yes, that's his downfall right now. And I think he's getting better. We saw him. Yeah, I talked about the play earlier where Todd Simpson, you could tell it was some confusion on the fake exchange or the fake handoff, right? But my thing was the intentionalness of AK Deer to, go and step up and pass pro and decipher that blitz that came from that side and kind of help pick it up with the offensive line over there. That tells me that he's paying attention to improving in pass pro. So we can see some improvement there. Walter Roberts, a member, says, "Do you think that we should give Richard Young another shot?" 100%. I don't know why he never was given a fair shot in the first place, in my opinion. I think all the running backs should have had equal amount of opportunity. The way that things struggled or were not going at an explosive clip at the beginning of the season when Jam Miller came back. Uh, who do you see replacing Coach Cap if he leaves? I think Sam Pittman is a front runner for the job. Kalen DeBoer spoke highly of Pittman when he lost the job at Arkansas. There's some cryptic things that was said when that happened about him having interest in coming to the Crimson Tide and possibly being the future as a possible candidate for the head coaching job at Alabama. This is just rumors, just talk amongst people that put money into the program. So do we go after Huff this offseason? I'm hearing that Huff is solid where he is. I'm hearing that Huff is solid where he is. I think Grubb has overcomplicated the play calling in key moments later in the season for Ty, and I believe that has affected Ty's confidence. To an extent, Zach, I agree with you. I think Ty has displayed enough um, knowledge and ability in points of the season to be trusted with the responsibilities that he's been given. Now, do I feel like there should be more game management input and interjection from the coaching staff, especially your play caller? 100%. Especially in moments like last game when he calls a slide protection and he doesn't even account for the extra guy that could come from the way that he's sliding the protection away from. So that was concerning to see, and to see him continue to go up the very next snap and be given the go ahead, no check with me, none of that was happening. If y'all pay attention, not a lot of check with me was happening in those moments where Ty was struggling in this game. Probably the last two games, especially against Auburn, I was there. Seeing Coach Grubb on the sideline. There was not a lot of check with me with play calling. So uh, maybe we see Coach DeBoer get back into the management mode and getting those things ironed out before the playoffs game kicks off. Or if not, we just have to see better execution overall at the end of the day. Can we talk about Ford's hands Saturday? Are you talking about Daniel Hill? Yeah. I mean, those balls were low too, man. Those balls were low. Those balls were low. Ty Simpson definitely hurt our receivers this past Saturday. Last 3 weeks, he's hurt us. Even against EIU. Bama Boy says DeBoer needs to take over play calling. If we get Pittman, it's showtime for the O-line. Oh, yeah, recruiting, just overall development. I think you might see a lot of guys stay, right, on the offensive line because of Pittman's pedigree. But I don't think you can get Pittman as an O-line coach right now. Like I said, that was just rumors. A lot of staffers talk highly of him on multiple staffs as an offensive line coach. We know what he's able to do. Arkansas's offensive line over the past 6 seasons has been one of the better offensive lines in the SEC. What they've done with running backs who have come through there Rock Sanders was the last big name to come through there and then transferred to South Carolina. He was having some great seasons as the lead back at Arkansas with that offensive line development under uh, Coach Sam Pittman. Rico Scott needs to be involved this game with extending the run game. His physical running after the catch is tough on the perimeter. Facts, Roll Tide. He, Jeremy Bernard, Lottier Brooks, they run with intentionalness. I would like to see Jalen Mbakwe get an opportunity. And then, like I said, we haven't seen Cole Adams or Jalen Hale, but I think in those moments where you're rotating receivers, you got a good 2-minute drive going, your pass game is working, it's clicking. You got to utilize all your assets available in that wide receiving room because trying to design plays for Ryan Williams in ascension, meaning like 2 or 3 plays in a row, is not effective. He feels when the eyes are on him, he feels it, and you see his play kind of stiffen up. You see him not work as hard to get open when he knows that he's being bracketed. When all you got to do is play hard 100% through these plays. And I think Ryan Williams is a great athlete, guys. I just don't think he's the best receiver on the roster, like some people try to tell you. And to the Twitter family that continues to make this argument about getting Ryan Williams the ball more, for what? For what? What is it going to help this team do? At the end of the day, what does getting the ball to Ryan Williams help us do? That's my question at the end of the day. Y'all, give me 2 seconds. I gotta go grab a charger so we could hopefully stay plugged up. Give me 2 seconds. All right, Chad, I'm back. I'm back. Let me see if I can find a way to get this plugged in so we don't die here. Surge protector. That's what I need. The other surge protector. All right, I'll be right back. One more time. I promise y'all. Man, I got numbers in that bit. You farted? This fat ass in here. All right, we got action. We should be good now, chat. We having we got numbers in here tonight, chat. Y'all continue running the likes up on the stream, man. I appreciate y'all 100%. Let me see if we can get this to act right today. Okay, now we got action. Mike still hooked up. All right, we good. We good, chat. Boom. Look at God. Won't he do it? Hallelujah. All right, so just my personal opinion. Let me see. Just my personal opinion. You guys should start giving Keelan Russell more snaps. I can't, man. It's hard for me to go with that sentiment, y'all, at this point in the season. And when I say it, because barring an injury, going away from your quarterback that started all 13 games for you at this point in the season, it will send it has more chances of sending a message of panic more so than a message of this is the best option for us at this point, right? And like I said, Ty at his best is a championship contending quarterback. Ty in adversity is not a winning quarterback, but everybody else around him can help him, and we can be better. What's up, Kareem? What's up, Miss Tracy? I see you in the chat. Good to see y'all, man. Good. Hey, everybody in here tonight. Hey, continue running likes up. 2 more likes, we'll be at 40. And shout out to the 54.98 worth of super chats tonight already on stream, y'all. We've only been live for 30 minutes, and you guys have already hit the like goal. You've already surpassed the goal for live stream super chats. If y'all see the present icon on your mobile device, while we're taking a quick break to let everybody get settled in, all the new people popping in. If you're just popping in now, if I didn't give you a shout out, say put me in the game coach in the chat. As a matter of fact, everybody right now for the next minute while we do a little promo and acknowledgement, everybody hashtag put me in the game, whether you put the letters or you put the whole word. Put me in the game, Coach Smook. Shout out to y'all for the gifts. There's when we're on mobile lives, there's an opportunity to give like gifts and rubies that you can earn just by chatting and interacting in the chat. When you donate those, that's creator boost, right? That's creator boost for us. So it helps the algorithm. It helps more people tap into the show. So the more you do that, and it's free for y'all. I don't think it costs anything. I think I was on my other profile. I don't do anything on that profile but post content and react to this content to help our algorithm. And that's what it was. I had those rubies available. So if y'all see them, please don't be shy about putting them in there, man. Putting about donating. Let me get to the shout outs real quick, and then I'm gonna holler at y'all on some other topics, some more questions that y'all got. Bama Boy said, put me in the game. Coach Smook, appreciate you for tapping in. Amanda, Roll Tide, put me in the game. Roll Tide, 007, put me in the game. My guy Walter's in the chat. Mary J says, put me in the game, Coach Smook. Okay, I see y'all lighting up the presents now. Let me know if they cost the money. I don't want y'all spending money on them. They was free for me. I don't know if it's because I'm a managing moderator or whatever, but they free for me. Cool, yes sir, and yes ma'am. Austin Mack, number 2 quarterback, should have been playing often during the season versus Ty Simpson. 33rd prospect week, dude be having panic attacks versus FSU, Oklahoma, and Georgia. He had some panic attacks. You ain't saying, but those. All right, so FSU, we can kind of give him a pass. First start on the road, crazy weather, defense didn't show up. I don't blame the FSU game on Ty Simpson. No, he didn't take advantage of explosives, but I'm not blaming that one on him. But the Oklahoma game, we lose by 2. He gave up 7. We missed a field goal. We fumbled at one point. Like 2 of the turnovers out of the 3 that were given up in that game were from him. So yeah, you can blame him for that. Plus the sacks that he took were inexcusable. Then the Auburn game, we almost lost that game due to his inconsistencies in the pass game, missing wide open receivers. Jeremy Bernard in the first touchdown pass, he should have had that one. And then, like you said, the Georgia game, but also to his defense, 3 great defensive coordinators he was going against as a first-year starter. I don't give him too much leniency towards the end of the season, but around this time of towards the beginning of the season, he had a lot of leniency for me. But around this time of the year, you got to see better play. His ACL injury last year hurt his depth on the roster. Oh, you talking about Richard Young? Let's see. Let's get some more comments here. When I saw Ty with that deer in the headlight look on Saturday, I was like, it's over facts. And I've been telling y'all all year. Y'all remember I just been asking. I was like, is that just his look, or is there something to it? And I'm starting to see there's something to it, because it went away for about 3 or 4 weeks. Once the first quarter was over, if we was ahead at the end of the first quarter, Ty Simpson ain't looking like that. But them games where we had to fight back, that deer in the headlights looks killing me. Hey, Coach Smook. I'm so frustrated because Alabama is way better than this. Alabama will go down in flames because the boy will never fire a friend. You must have watched the members only video. Y'all wonder why people in the AAA family keep talking about firing a certain coach. Go watch that members only video. You'll be glad that you did. What's up, Kareem? All right, everybody put me in the game. I see y'all. Appreciate y'all. And if you haven't shared the stream, please share it. He fumbled in their territory. Facts. Ty Simpson ain't built for SEC football. Nothing is perfect. There will be pressure, 100%. And I don't know if you was in here earlier this morning, Bama Boy, but on the stream, I brought up this stat about Jalen Milroe. You know how everybody was talking about Jalen Milroe can't, he can't read defenses and all of this. Well, average time to completion for Jalen Milroe was only 3.4 seconds. Average time from snap to sack